Charlie McAvoy's shoulder has been removed, and he still wants in on tonight's game. So, by the way, speaking of Charlie McAvoy, did I earlier on the show bring up Dr. Byers?
You did.
Yes.
It appears that Dr. Byers has called the radio show this morning.
Ooh.
My former coworker for decades, former Boston Bruin Lyndon Byers, every time, as I mentioned earlier, every time there was a hockey injury that we would discuss on the old show, LB had suffered through it. So, good morning, Dr. Byers.
Well, hello, and hello to Nurse Courtney.
And as some say, you and LB are you and LB are the same person.
I'm the black LB.
Yeah, you're the black LB.
He's the white Wiggy.
He's the white Wiggy. Yes.
I'm a white Wiggy, man. It's all good.
I love it.
Kid, have you ever had this AC injury?
I have had exactly what Charlie. So everybody knows your AC joint is that little gap. If everybody reaches up and touches their shoulder from the top of their arm that goes in towards their neck, there's a little gap there.
Yeah.
And that is your AC joint, and it is a ligament. You can have an AC grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and then you can tear it right off. What happens is if you tear it right off, then it's going to be no big deal. They'll shoot it up, which I did. They just shoot it up before the game, and you're off and running because you can't do any more damage to it, and you'll have surgery at the end of the year, and they reattach it and whatever. So everybody knows Dr. Byers and all the doctors listening, because I know you are, because the Hillman Morning Show is the show to listen to.
Thank you, Lyndon.
On a daily basis. Just a bunch of geniuses throwing out so much useless information that you spend the rest of the day not working and doing your job, but standing at the water cooler yelling at your coworkers about what you guys talked about. Anyway, so every joint in your body has a bursa sac, which is a sterile sac that protects the joint. And when there's a rupture in that sac, it's almost automatic that you're going to get a staph infection. And that's what Charlie got. And he immediately got put on antibiotics. They're probably going to shoot it up, and that's why he's going to be able to play, because once he's on the antibiotics, they're going to cover it and make sure that nothing can get in the wound. And he should be good to go.
LB, do you like Four Nations? Because some are now going to use this as an excuse and say, great, they do this stupid tournament during the season, which I have loved. But now the Bruins are without McAvoy,
Yeah, sorry, Hilda. You know me, I always cut you off. My bad.
So does Wiggy.
He could have gotten a car accident on the way to the rink.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a big boy sport played by big boys. That was a nasty hit. He took a nasty hit on the shoulder, and there's a price to pay for that. The body doesn't give. Thank God they don't have the old nets where they were anchored into the ice, into the cement.
Right, would have been worse.
That would have killed them probably. At least the net comes off. But,
do you think if you're saying that it's staph, do you think though that he wasn't treated properly by the medical staff at Four Nations, and that's why the Bruins are upset now, because it could have been prevented? Like, staph can lead to sepsis. You could die from staph.
I've had staph. Hillman knows well enough.
LB actually died 5 times on the old show.
Really?
Yeah, that was one. And he would call in and say, "I'm dying. I can't." That's why I wasn't there.
It's funny, just so you know, when I had my hips replaced, I got a staph infection in my right hip, They literally had to take the hip out, leave the wound open. I laid on the couch for, I think it was like 3.5 weeks. And my wife, Annie, they literally, because the staff was attacking my body, they took twice a day. Annie would put a ball of antibiotics and squeeze it out, and it would drain into my jugular vein, which would go directly into my heart, which would spread antibiotics throughout my whole body so that the staff wouldn't attack my body, because I could have lost a foot, I could have lost my legs, I could have died.
Sorry, I asked. I was.
Well, listen, we're chatting today. It's all good.
Yeah.
That's why I call Nancy Florence Nightingale. She's awesome.
And I've had AC joint. That's painful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is painful.
I was going to say, Wiggy, you know, anybody that's played contact sports is the AC joint is good it's painful till they shoot it up. Then you're the happiest guy on the planet.
Yeah, that's the first negative thing I've heard Wiggy say about a joint.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So they do shoot it up.
He does self-medicate,
Well.
but who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, you have to nowadays.
Yeah.
LB's best. We were just talking excuses. LB's best excuse for missing work was the overcome by fumes incident. LB, remember that one?
It was a true story, though.
He had his
true.
floors.
Listen, I'll tell the story, Hill Dog. I went to the Daytona 500 with the crazy guys from Assholes Garage. And when we were gone, I thought it would be a good time to have the hardwood floors done in my house. And we came back, and the hardwood fumes were, you know, we got back late. I threw the mattress on the floor. Annie and I went to bed. And I woke up in the morning, and I was discombobulated.
The discombobulation clearly happens.
Is her name Annie or Nancy?
Nancy is somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine what it was like doing this show for 4 hours a day?
I just wanted to picture it correctly.
Nancy is the nurse, LB, right? Is that who Nancy is?
No, Nancy's my new pug. My father-in-law.
Oh,
That's
a new dog.
My father-in-law, because of my back and being alone and watching my family leave out the front door every day and live their life, I have my TV, and I have my buddy Greenie from down the road, and the Millers across the street.
Yeah.
And Nancy is my best friend in the whole world, and she's a little pug. And my father-in-law, Rod, got it for me. Got in. What a dick I am. Got her.
Yes.
Yeah, she got me this. It's like a wood dog. It doesn't do anything. You don't even have to feed it.
Those are the best dogs.
LB, it is
Paradise for your TV if you're sitting around all day. It's a great show to watch,
yes,
LB.
Yeah. LB, it's marvelous to hear your voice. And who do you like tonight, LB?
Come on, man.
Okay.
I amazingly enough, Hill Dog, I did represent my country once in Sweden playing for the Canadian World Junior team. 2 assists, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, we finished 4th. We lost to the Finns, Asa Tikkanen and that chump team with Solani.
So you're picking the Canadians?
I am picking the Canadians. I spent most of my time there. I love the Tkachuk family. They're beasts. They're awesome. But I think it's going to be, as the NHL playoffs go, goaltending is going to be the key. Binnington has been unbelievable. And I think the difference will be special teams tonight. People are going to have, the intensity is going to be insane at 8 o'clock when that puck drops. And I got to believe the refs are going to be in a world of trouble trying to keep this game intact.
LB, you're the best. Thanks for checking in this morning, bud.
I love you guys.
All right. We love you too.
You're amazing. Wig,
LB.
All right.
see you soon, Wigster.
I'll see you soon, brother.
I hope we see him soon. I've never met him, and I love
saying
him
goodbye.
every time he calls.
He's the